Alright, hey, Hades Omega here, and welcome to another Hades Omega Rav4 Prime video. Alright, what I got today is we're going to install some mud guards, alright? That's what I got right here, okay? Funny thing is, I had ordered this, and then I went to go pick it up at Stevens Creek Toyota, and they gave me one for a Corolla instead, alright? They gave me the wrong box, so I have to go back and get the right one. But anyway, so yeah, so now you know where I got it from. I got it from Stevens Creek Toyota. These are the... it says Lexus genuine parts on it, alright? It says Lexus and Toyota, okay? There's one that says Lexus and Toyota on it, so I guess maybe this fits some kind of Lexus as well. I believe this might fit other 5th gen Toyota Rav4s, okay? But don't quote me on that. I have a 2021 Rav4 Prime SE, okay? And there's a bunch of places you can get mud guards for, but I wanted the OEM ones. I have the OEM ones for my Toyota Previa, and I like them. Okay, so yeah, and they're reasonably priced. Okay, so what I found out is if you order it online and you pick it up at the dealership, it's cheaper, because I went there and I tried to buy it at the counter, and they're like, yeah, it's $100. Oh, you get a discount because you bought a car from us. We'll make it like $90. I was like, oh, okay. And then I asked them, like, hey, you know what? I checked online and the price is like $66. Oh yeah, you got to order it online and then pick it up here. I was like, come on, just give me the online price right now. But no, that's not the way it works. It's kind of like Pep Boys, I think. I ordered something from Pep Boys a while, but like a bunch of oil or something, and it was cheaper to order it online and pick it up than to go there and pick it up, you know. So it's just like, yeah, that's just the way they do things, and Toyota is just not very good at it. So the way I ordered this was I ordered it online, and then you pay for it right there, and then you say you're gonna pick it up at Toyota, the Stevens Creek Toyota, and then they send you a thing saying like, hey, we're processing your order, and you will get an email when your item when something happens to your item, like when they ship it or whatever. And it looked like they were gonna ship it or something, but I was like, like they have it right there. I know they have it because they told me they had it in stock when I was at the parts counter. So I'm just like, can't I just go there and get it? Well, it turns out I never got a freaking email from them about when to pick it up, so I just went over there and said, hey, I ordered this, can you just give it to me? And sure enough, they did. Okay, but they gave me the wrong one. They gave me the one for the Corolla. Okay, but anyway, so let's go take a look at the invoice real quick, because it's got the part numbers and all that stuff, and then we'll go we'll unbox it, and then we'll start the install. Okay, all right. Oh my god. Okay, so alright, so we're going to go take a look at the invoice real quick, because it has all the part numbers and stuff on it if you wanted to order one of these yourself. Like I said, I found the best price for this online. Like, I just Googled it, okay? And then we'll do an unboxing, and then we'll go ahead and install it, alright? Alright, here's we go. Okay, there it is, Stevens Creek Toyota. This is where I purchased my Rav4 Prime also, by the way. Okay, there's their address and all the info if you want to order one of these directly from them. Okay, I'd imagine it'll be a little more expensive because you have to pay for shipping. All right, and all the important information is right at the top here. Okay, so I ordered it last week, and it took like a week, even though I could have just gone there and just picked it up. They never told me to pick it up. All right, anyway, so this part number is PK Papa Kilo 389er-42 Kilo 00-Tango Papa, all right, or TP, and it says Mudguard here. Okay, Mudguard. It's listed as $85, and the net is $66.25. So yeah, the online price is $66.25, like I mentioned. Okay, and yeah, so I guess after tax, it's $72.38. Okay, and after taxes, $6.13. It's $72.38, because I live in California, man. They take your money somehow, you know. Okay, there's the box. It is a lot bigger than the Corolla Mudguards. Okay, I'll tell you that. The Corolla Mudguard box was like half the size. All right, it has cool logo, Lexus on one side and Toyota on another. Okay, if you guys don't know, Toyota and Lexus are pretty much the same thing. Okay. Lexus is the luxury division of Toyota. Okay, there's nothing on this side. Same thing on this side. Okay, here you got a warning label about this stuff causes cancer. Okay, I'm not going to zoom in on that. All right, this side is nothing. It's just taped. All right. Okay, and then right here you've got a parts label. All right, so description: Mudguard Kit, VS. The part number is Papa Kilo 389er-42 Kilo 00 Tango Papa. Okay, there's a barcode. Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Quantity 1. All right, so I guess these are the USDM spec mudguards, made in Canada. Something interesting there. Okay, and it's a genuine Toyota and Lexus part. All right. Okay, it does say, attention, the installation instructions for this accessory are on the electronic Toyota information system. Please see your Toyota dealer for a copy. Okay, so I guess they could have looked this up and printed it out for me if, you know, but I think this will be pretty simple. Mega's going to wing it. Okay, I've installed mudguards before. I think this should be pretty easy. All right, and then there's another, there's the part number again and the item description, and that's the dealer code, and there's some, this is like a custom label here because it has got my name on it, Marlon Valencia. All right, it came from San Ramon. All right, Toyota Motor Sales USA. I guess they must have like a big warehouse there or something with Toyota parts. And then they delivered to Stevens Creek Toyota. Okay, cool deal. All right, let's go unbox it. Okay, let's do this unboxing. All right, I got Mr. Knifey here. I'm gonna open up the box. I want to see what they look like. I actually don't even know what they look like. So I know it's a Toyota. It must be a good part, right? But that sometimes is not the case. Okay. All right. There's one of them. There's two of them. There's three of them. Oh, 3 and 4 right there. Okay. And there's nothing else in the box. All right. Set that aside. Okay. This is it says it's a front. This one says it's a front left, front right. Okay, this is a front left, rear left, and rear right. Okay, one thing that kind of I don't like already is there's no like inventory sheet or anything. So how am I supposed to know I got all my stuff? You know, maybe it says it if you had the instructions that are on the Toyota website. Okay, all right. So let's go take them out of the plastic bags. Okay, this is the rear left. It looks like each one has its own individual baggie and all its own individual mounting hardware. Okay. It also says rear left here, so you don't have to rely on the stickers on the bag. Okay. It'll tell you. Okay. It's recyclable. It's made in Canada. It says here. Okay. So we'll just take a look at one of the rear ones. All right, rear left, made in Canada, right down there. Okay, it's got the part number right here. I guess this is the special one is R1. Okay. Okay, and that's pretty much it. All right, and there's the bag of fasteners. It's a Kilo 229er. It looks like a bunch of self-tapping screws and those little kind of brackets. Yep. Okay, and then let's take a look at one of the front ones. Okay, this is the front left. Lots of plastic packaging. All right, let's take a look at they're kind of small. I wish they were kind of bigger, but hopefully they do their job. Okay, keep the dirt off the side of your car. That's one of the main reason I want them. There's no kind of Toyota logo on it at all. I'm kind of disappointed in that. All right, it looks like it's just like an ABS plastic. All right, made in Canada here, and then this one has a F1 at the so I guess the other one might say F2. Okay, and there's the mounting holes right here. There's 5 holes in it. All right, there's 3 on the back here, and then 2 down here. Okay, there's the bag of fasteners. All right, this one is a Kilo 2289er. Okay, Kilo 2289er. Got it. All right. Okay, and I'd imagine the other ones just say this one will be R2 or something, or R0, right? Oh, this is R1 also. Interesting. I guess they come together. Oh, okay, so the right ones don't come with any fasteners, by the way. Well, I guess you got to use that one bag of fasteners. All right, and then there's the other, there's the front one, front right. Okay, so here's the inventory. You got a bag of fasteners for the rear. All right, a bag of fasteners for the front. All right, and you got your 2 rears right here, and your 2 fronts right there. All right, cool deal. All right, so unboxing complete, inventory complete. Let's go install these. All right, here's me out. Okay, I got the instructions here on how to install. I will put a link to it. It's on rav4world.com or something. This is actually for a 2019 RAV4 hybrid, but it should work for this vehicle, I think. It's pretty much the same vehicle, okay? So it starts, the first thing to do is to clean the vehicle, all right? You got to clean the mounting areas, all right? So we're going to clean the area that we're going to install it. I'd imagine it's probably just this area right here, okay? If you haven't recently washed your RAV4 Prime, or your RAV4, you probably shouldn't do. You should probably wash just that area, okay? So I'm going to try to get off that loose dirt. All right, I can see like there's like a layer of black dirt. All right, I'm gonna go wet my sponge. Because it has all this car cleaning products, but we're having a drought right now, so we shouldn't be washing our cars or anything. But if that's what it says to do, then we'll give it a little wash. Okay. Paint is so smooth on this still. I'll be able to rinse. Okay, then I'm gonna go dry this section. Probably dry the rest of the car now. It's a good. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do the front one, and then I'll just do the other ones off camera. Okay, we're at the front here. I'd imagine the other mudguard's gonna install right here. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot that with some water. Okay. Oh, mine has a clear bra on it, so this trim is kind of loose. All right, and I'm just gonna do that for the left front and left rear. All right, ease them out. See how dirty it is here already? That's why I want mudguards. Okay, Hazemig is not sure, but I think we may have to remove the wheel for this. All right. It's so there is. Right? I just read the manual, and there is some permanent installation things that have to be done. You're gonna have to like kind of drill some holes almost. All right. So the first step in the manual for the rear is to remove this right here. Okay. Remove this clip, and there's a bolt underneath. All right. That's the first step. That's the easy stuff. Alright, see there's a bolt right here. Okay. And I believe it's a 10 millimeter. Okay. So I'll start with the bolt. Okay. When it's loose enough, you can use a kind of screwdriver tool. Okay, that's what the fastener that comes out. It's one of those kind of tapping. I guess you could use a screwdriver too. Okay, a big one. Okay, so now we got to remove this pin right here. Okay, you're going to use the screwdriver, or I'm going to use a kind of, what is this called? It's a pry bar. Ooh, try not to scratch your paint. Break into your rear fasteners, all right, and grab two of these. All right, so these are called spring clips. All right, take two of these out. All right. Okay, so you're going to get one of these spring clips, okay? Not two, one. Alright, and then you're going to install it right where you took the top one out, okay? So I almost messed this up, alright? So I stuck the spring clip right here. I thought it's supposed to go in here, but it's not. There's actually a slot for it to go into. It's pretty ingenious, Toyota. Like, I would have never known that. So it told you to pull the flare out, okay? This is the flare, the trim. All right, and then so there's actually a hole in there that you're supposed to put this in, okay? And you're supposed to put it like this, okay? With the opening, with the flat part facing out, okay? But just stick it in there. Okay. And then there, now the holes line up, because I was like, why doesn't the holes line up? That's kind of weird. Like, and so yeah, I did it. When you look at the manual, it doesn't show you that very descriptively, okay? That's why I'm making this video, by the way, okay? All right? Okay, so you're gonna take two more spring clips, all right? Take two more spring clips out, all right? And you are going to, so it says to install them over the dimpled locations, all right? You gotta love Toyota OEM, you know, they actually engineered these to be easily installed in here, okay? So they already marked the locations where you need to install it, okay? If you're gonna put mud guards. So there's a dimple here. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn up the brightness. Okay, there you go. You can see a dimple here. I know they're really hard to see. You gotta really look for them. All right, there's a dimple here, and there's a dimple right here, okay? So that's where I'm gonna install these spring clips. It probably will scratch the paint, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know how far it needs to go in, but just at the locations where the dimples are, okay? There's actually a, I can feel it. There's a kind of like a channel where it's supposed to go into, okay? Yeah, there is. That's right. Okay. So if you put it in, it will just go in. You'll know you're in the right spot, because it gets thinner around that area, okay? Just like that. It should be easy to put in. Wow, it's pretty cool. Okay. Just try to center it as best you can. Okay, all right, next step. Go get one of your, oh, there's different kinds of screws. Well, I think it's these screws, the thin screws. Okay, yeah, so it says here thin, all right? It's the thin ones. They're the same size, but these are, I don't know, I guess they're thin. So you want to use the one with that's kind of like got a pan head on it, all right? Use this and attach the top part of the mud guard, okay? Okay. So I've got a couple tools to help this make it easier. All right, so make sure you, I'm doing the right rear one. Yeah, right rear. So we're gonna go stick this up here, okay? And then you're gonna thread the screw in. Okay, it's pretty easy to do by hand for now. Okay. That doesn't work. So it is a lot easier if you take the wheel off, but I'm gonna see if I can do it without taking the wheel off, all right? So I gotta use this kind of like angled screwdriver, like wrench type thing. It works pretty good. Okay, maybe don't tighten it too tight for now. Okay, so now is the fun part, the part we have to actually do some drilling. Take two of those thin screws that you used for the other side, all right, for the top, and then we're gonna start drilling into the body. So what they say they want you to do is to hold the mud guard tightly against the body, okay? Tightly against the body, and then start screwing it in, okay? And we may need to, yeah, and then just install it where the dimple is. I don't know if I can do it by hand. Let's see. You can do it by hand. Alright, just push it in tightly and then start screwing it. Okay, I don't think you can't get that in there, but I can probably get this in here. Okay, yeah, this would be much easier if you took the wheel off, alright guys. Alright, Hades Maker's gonna try to do it without taking the wheel off. It's actually not that hard. You can do it by hand. You can literally do it by hand most of the way. Right, just make sure you push in firmly and tighten. And at some point it'll probably grab onto the clip. Okay, and then just do that for the other one. Push it in tightly. I would put it in where the dimple is, all right? And just press in and see if you can work it in with your hands first. Okay. Okay, press in, start tightening. So press in on the mudguard and press in the screw as you're tightening it. That way it drills in. Okay, oh, it is kind of painful too, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, then when you get to the final part where you're gonna really tighten it, all right, just snug it up. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, next step. All right, remember that screw we took out of the bottom? All right, you just put that back in, okay? Okay. There's another hole right here. Okay. There's another hole right here. Let me see what we do with it. Okay, so you're gonna take the larger bolt, okay, the other one that you had in the rear kit. It looks exactly like this one, all right? You're gonna put that one right here, okay? Easy peasy. If you feel like you might need to readjust it, you might want to loosen it and press it in again and tighten it again. Okay, so I got like a little gap here, and there's some gaps here. I'm gonna see if I can tighten that up a little bit. Okay, there you go. So that is that's the right rear. All right. I have to say it doesn't kind of match the trim very well. My car has all this shiny black trim on it. I guess the other RAV4s don't. You know, the other models. But this one does, because it kind of doesn't match it. Okay, but that's okay. It's fine. I wish it had some kind of branding on it. Oh yeah, there's a big gap here now. So I tightened it again. I loosened it and tightened it again. I might want to do it again. What I might want to do is loosen it and push up on this, and then tighten it again. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So that's the right rear, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the front right, and then it should be the same for the other side. Okay. Final answer. I try to retighten it and get rid of that gap, but I can't. Okay. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's pretty flush on the rest of it though. Looks good. I wish it had some kind of branding on it, like a Toyota or whatever, but maybe I can just put a sticker later. Okay, so we're gonna do the front right now. So to mix them up, I'm gonna put our remaining rear fasteners with our rear, our last rear mudguard. All right, and then we'll take these out of the package. So for the front, we've got 4 of these screws. Okay, they look similar to the ones that were on the bottom of the other ones. All right, and then the 4 of these clips. Okay, 2 of these clips have a Phillips head, all right, and the other ones are just nothing. Okay, so so I guess divide them up. Okay, so you're gonna have 2 for one side, 2 of these big screws for one side, and 1 each of these different clips. Okay, 1 of the Phillips head ones and 1 of the flathead ones. Okay, all right, let's get started. Okay, here we are at the front. All right, the first step is to remove these pins here. I'm going to use a plastic tool to remove it this time. All right, so just in case I do scratch it, I don't scratch it as bad, is what I'm going to say. Well, yeah, it just goes flying, man. All right, that's why they make a big deal about scratching the car. Okay, take that pin out, just like so. All right, there will be another one at the very bottom. Okay, this is the very bottom. This one you don't have to worry about scratching it as much. Okay. Pull it out. Okay. Okay. So okay, the next step is to get those 2 the bolt head screws. All right, these guys. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna get those 2 bolt head screws. All right, and then you're gonna install those right here. All right. There's already holes in my RAV4 for them. All right, I think you just stick them in there. That's all it says to do. All right, so after you've taken this one and the bottom one out, and then they say you're supposed to discard them. Okay, you're not going to reuse these guys. All right, so let's go ahead and install this with those. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be using a good old ratchet with a 10mm on it. You're going to push it up on the, try to clean up some of this stuff. Okay. Alright, it's going to be just like that. Screw it in by hand. Okay, not too tight first. It's kind of good to screw it in with your hand first so you can kind of feel where it is. Okay, it'll naturally go towards the hole. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'd like to say you could probably turn the steering wheel and it would be easier to do this. He's being lazy, so. All right, so make sure you push it tight up on the body. All right, and then snug it. Okay, not too tight, not too loose. Perfect. All right, there's 2 screws that we just installed. Boy, they stick out all kind of a bit. Okay, so now you're gonna install the smaller of the push pins. All right, the one with the Phillips head in the hole. All right, while pushing tightly against it. All right, and then push it in. All right, there you go, and it should stay in place. Oh, dadgummit. All right, you get that? I think it was out of focus, but yeah, just stick it in the hole and then push the pin all the way in. All right, and then it should lock in place. Okay, right. This is the very bottom of the panel, the mudguard. You're just gonna take that remaining push pin, all right, and then you're gonna stick it in the spot where you took the other one out, which I think is this one. I can't even see what I'm doing. I have to use the camera. There's 2 holes. I don't know which one to put it in. It seems to go in this one better. Okay, there we go. It's installed. Just kind of take a look at it, make sure it's flush up on the body. All right, it said the gap shouldn't be more than 1 millimeter. All right, this is, oh look at that. It goes over to trim, this one. Yeah, that's more than 1 millimeter right there. All right, so you might want to readjust it. All right, you're gonna want to I don't think there's anything you could do about that. Yeah, there's nothing you could do about that, man. But yeah, for the like we did the other one, loosen the screws, push it in, and then tighten it again. All right, if you feel that the gap is like too big, okay, you don't see there's that's okay. If it's like more than 1 millimeter, they said it's not good. Okay, so I think that looks fine. But yeah, if there's any kind of gap, dirt's gonna get in there and it's gonna build up. Okay, so as much as possible, try to eliminate the gaps. Okay, so like I said, loosen the screws, push the mudguard in, and then tighten them again. Okay. All right, that's it. That's it for the front and for the rear. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other one. I'm gonna do an accelerated video of it, and then we'll be done. So I think I'll be able to knock it out pretty quick because I know what's up now. All right, A's Big out. All right, Hayes Meg here, and I am done installing it. All right, it was definitely easier on the second time around is what I'm gonna say, because I kind of knew what was up. All right, so I wanted to make a note that the one, this one right here, I wanted to make a note that this hole right here, there's supposed to be a hole here. That's actually a drainage hole for the trim, okay? So if water gets in there, it has a way for it to get out, all right? You're not supposed to put the clip in there. I put the clip in there, but yeah. So just make sure you put it on the outer one, okay? The one that they gave you. stick it on the outer one. All right, so there should be only one thing holding it on the bottom. This is actually a drainage hole is what it is. Okay, I was looking at it like, hey, there was nothing there before. Okay, but yeah, so we'll take a quick walk around and take a look at it. All right, so that's what it looks like. If you turn the wheel, the front is a lot easier. You can get more tools. You can get like a bigger tool in there is what I want to say. Okay, turn the brightness down. That's what it looks like from the front. Okay. Sorry, there's cars parked in my driveway, so. Okay, that's what it looks like from the rear. All right. It covers like most of the tire, I guess, is what I'm gonna say. I am really interested to see if these actually work, okay? What mud guards are supposed to do is protect you from slinging mud up on your bumper and everyone else behind you. So I will, after there's some rain or I drive through some puddles and stuff, I will see if this this part here, there's no like mud thing on it, okay, or just water splash on it. That's what the mud guards are supposed to do. So whether they're functional or not, I don't know, okay? So we're just gonna have to see. I'll have to do a review on them further along the line, all right? Okay, that's what it looks like from the side. I think it looks pretty sweet. It kind of doesn't blend very well in with the gloss black trim, unfortunately. Okay, it probably, if you have a RAV4 that has unpainted trim, it probably blends in a lot better. That's what I say. But I have to say, it's pretty. The way you install it, you use everything that you know, they engineered into the vehicle. Okay, these were made for this vehicle specifically. Okay, very nice. So there's gaps. All right, I'm not too happy about these gaps right here. All right, but there's nothing you can do about it, man. You can try to tighten it and then push it in as much. See, there's a gap right here. So it said you shouldn't have more than a 1 millimeter gap. All right, so there's going to be a gap, but just not a lot. All right, the rear one, yeah, there's a gap right here. All right, there's a tiny gap right here. Okay. This one, there's a gap up here too. Yeah, so it seems like the gaps are all on the top. All right, yeah, right here is a big gap too. All right, and I guarantee you, if you took those off, it'll leave marks on your paint. So, yeah, they're there forever. So I was supposed to say, okay. Okay, one more walk around. Alright, hey, it's Mick here. This is the closing remarks for the OEM Mudguard install for the Toyota Rav4, the 5th generation Toyota Rav4. More specifically, a 2021 Rav4 Prime SE, okay? So these were about $66. I got them at my local Toyota dealership, Stevens Creek Toyota, if you're wondering. That's where I bought this vehicle. Okay, yeah. So it's cheaper if you order it online and you pick it up at your dealership, okay? I'll tell you that. But yeah, you might want to call them and tell them, hey, I ordered something and I'm gonna pick it up. Can I pick it up now? That type of thing, okay? But yeah, that's what I did. I bought it at my local Toyota dealership. The installation, pretty easy, all right? After I did it the second time, it was a lot easier, all right? I'd say you could probably do the whole thing in about an hour or two, okay? Tools I used, all right, main tools I used were this kind of screwdriver, this angled screwdriver. This comes in really handy, okay? Or if you got a ratchet that has a screwdriver bit, yeah, use that, okay? This worked pretty good. If not, you're gonna have to take the wheel off, all right? Because it's gonna be hard to get a tool in there to work those screws in there, okay? So that was really handy. This was really handy for the rear, okay? I didn't really need it for the front, okay? And then a ratchet with a 10 millimeter socket, okay? And also this screwdriver kind of ratchet thing, it helped too, okay? So use those. And then to take the clips out, a plastic trim remover tool, okay? Works pretty good, all right? So I used the pry bar for the first one, and I did it with one hand because I was holding the camera and I scratched my trim, okay? So make sure you have 2 hands on the clip so you can stabilize it, and then yeah, use a plastic tool. So if you do rub up on your trim, All right, that's for you guys that have, you know, the painted trim. All right, the unpainted stuff looks like it doesn't scratch as easy. But anyway, I scratched the paint on it. If I'd use a plastic tool, I may have not have scratched it as bad. Okay, okay, one of them I scratched. All right, and yeah, and then for the front, turning the steering wheel helps. All right, you're gonna have to turn it different directions. I think for the front left, I had to turn the wheel to the left. Okay, and for the rear, if you don't have the special screwdriver tool, you're gonna have to take the wheel off, because it'll be easier to install the. You won't be able to get a regular screwdriver in there unless you got one of these guys. Okay. And yeah, so pretty much it was pretty easy. If there's a gap, loosen all the fasteners, press it in, and then tighten it again. All right. And maybe it might help if you do this in the sun too, because it might loosen up the plastic a little bit. Okay. And yeah, so it is pretty easy install. I think it would take you anywhere from 1 to 2 hours if you kind of knew what you were doing. All right. The first step was to wash the parts that you're going to be working in. I don't think you really need to do it, but I did it anyway because that's what the manual said. Okay, I'm pretty impressed with the install, because it used they actually designed the car so, you know, you could install the parts. Like, everything was there already, like, oh, this and that. But the manual, then the descriptions in the manual were not that good. Okay, they were okay. It was kind of hard to tell where to put the spring clips and everything, but if you watch my video, you'll know. Okay. My video will probably be better than the manual. All right, but the manual was okay. All right, it's just the pictures weren't very descriptive. Actually reading the text and kind of deciphering it, you know, that was actually better. Okay. Oh yeah, so you're gonna have a couple extra parts left over. All right, you're gonna have 4 of the longer, yeah, okay, so you're gonna have 2 of the longer clips. All right, and then you're gonna have 2 kind of like smaller ones. You're gonna have 4 smaller ones. All right, that's what's left over. Okay, the stuff you took out and you're not gonna reuse. All right, so keep them. You never know, you might be able to use this somewhere else in the vehicle if you lose one. All right, so put them in a plastic bag, put them somewhere safe. All right, and other than that, that's pretty much all the extra parts that are left over. You used pretty much everything that was in the bag. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope that was informative and entertaining. Thanks for watching. Hayes Miguel.